Here we go. Game 2, Bulldogs versus the Owls. Gower steps in to take the draw. Owls win it. Gower picks up the loose puck, gains the blue line, takes it into the far corner. He catches an edge. Owls pick it up, send it down the near wing. The blue line held by Savory. Owls pick it up, second effort, bring it out into the Bulldogs territory. Shot over the shoulder, and it's in. Bulldogs reset. Telford off the draw, won by the Owls. Back to Way. He sends that to the far wing. Intended for Felix, just out of his reach. Owls clear the zone. Telford thought he waited long enough, not quite. Telford back into the draw. Nickel to Felix. Felix, the shot goal held there by the goaltender. Telford back for the draw. Bouncing puck. Just missed wide of the net. Nickel chases him. Owls get it out of the blue line. Way steps up, turns, dumps it into the zone. Owls to the far boards. Way with a good stick. Gets it in the zone, but had to peel off because they were offside. Owls dump it down the Bulldogs territory. Martin behind his net. Circling up the near wing. Backhand attempt, hits a skate, picked up by the Owls. They'll dump it into the near corner. Way fires around the far side to Nickel at the half boards. He gets it to the blue line to Telford. Telford shovels that up to center ice. Owls back towards the Bulldogs blue line. Martin gets it out up to center, picked up by Telford. He's got Felix on the wing. Puck stripped by the Owls. Will bring it back down the far wing. And off of Savory, that puck will roll behind the Bulldogs net. Right out front, picked off by Nickel. He'll send it off the board to the point. Shot deflected. Comes to the near corner for Savory. Savory through the legs to Felix. Catches an edge. Felix down. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up behind his net. Jeffrey Stedman changes directions. Off the far boards to Darling, just fresh off the bench. Darling down the near wing, in over the blue line, cuts through the middle. Under pressure, shot, Ross scores. Darling off the draw, he wins it. Tracy to Way, who sends it up to center ice. Owls chip it around, Way into the near corner. It's the breaks, O'Shea on his man. Owls spinning, still in the corner. We'll bring it out behind the Bulldogs net. Shot from a steep angle. Darling deflects that behind the Bulldogs goal. Owls still with possession. Way gets that to Tracy on the near wing. Tracy skates over through center ice. Hits the Owls player. Way steps up, drives it over the blue line and dumps it in. Owls pick it up in the far corner. Ross centers it. Nobody home. Picked up by the Owls. They'll bring it out. The near wing. Cross center ice. Darling just misses his man. Puck stops there. Owls center it to the near corner. Shot from a steep angle, deflected by O'Shea. He gets that to Tracy. Tracy at the blue line to Darling. Darling runs out of room. Ross steps in. Owls pick it up. Skate through center ice and over the Bulldogs blue line. Shot from a steep angle. Darling got a piece of it, kicks it out over the blue line. Lunny through center ice. Back in the Owls territory, takes it to the near corner. Lunny still with possession, stripped there by the Owls. Owls down the far wing. Through center in over the Bulldogs blue line. Cross ice pass to the near wing. Owls player couldn't hold on to it, so dumps it in behind the net. Cleared to the near corner. Lunny. He'll win that foot race, chips it off the boards. Lunny down the near wing, again off the near boards. Lunny in over the blue line. Shot, missed just wide. That puck will come to the far blue line. Savory keeps it in, gets it to Andrade. Andrade had a stick lifted. Puck slides towards the net. No goal. Face off to the right of the Owls goalie. Telford steps in to take it. Owls win it. They'll play it behind their net to the near corner. Puck's passed up to their blue line. They'll try to send that to center ice. Hits Nickel. Gets deflected. Owls dump it in the zone. Way couldn't clear it. Owls out front. Pad save by Milks. Picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. Off the boards. Intended for Felix. Loose puck. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll change directions. Take it behind the net. Gets the breaks. Back to the near corner. Up to Felix at the half boards. Felix slows it down. Plays it off the boards. Towards the blue line. Held there by the Owls. Owls in the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman gets a piece of it. To the blue line. Not out. Shot deflected. Missed wide of the net. Jeffrey Stedman off the backboards to Way in the far corner. He picks it up, takes it up, kicks it from the skates to the stick, in over the blue line. We forgot the puck. Bulldogs finally settle it down. Telford in over the blue line. Lets a shot go. Missed wide. Rebound out the far side. Nickel couldn't get there in time. Owls stretch pass to the near boards at their own blue line. Pass it up, back in the Bulldog zone. Way missed his man shot. Bad save by Milks. Rebound cleared out of the way by Jeffrey Stedman to the blue line, not out. Cross ice picked off by Nickel. He read that one a mile away. Nickel in over the blue line, under pressure. Loose puck. Goaltender with a good poke check, clears it out of the way. Owls. Cross ice pass into the Bulldogs blue line. O'Shea picks it up, gets the red line. Back in the Owls territory, lets a shot go, not much on it. Missed wide. Owls in the far corner. Nickel trying to drag it out. Picks it up, back behind the net. Out to Felix, to O'Shea. He lets a shot go, deflected wide. Telford. Felix, back to the near corner for Telford. Telford throws it out front, just out of the reach of Felix. Felix gets back, picks it up at the half boards, curls, gets through some traffic. Felix still with it, shot. Held there by the goaltender. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Darling steps in to take the draw. Darling gets it to Ross. Ross to Way at the point. Way winds up, lets a shot go, missed wide. Rebound to the far corner, comes to the half boards. Martin keeps it in, gets it to Tracy. Tracy from a steep angle off the side of the net. Tried to get out front, back to Ross, shot. That went wide. Martin still playing in deep, gets it to Tracy. Tracy behind the net. To the far half board, stripped there by the Owls. They'll cut through center ice. Back in the Bulldogs territory to the near corner. Centering attempt off of Martin's stick. Gets it to Darling out back. Centering pass. I think Milks might have got a piece of that one to clear it wide of the net. Darling picks it up in the near corner. Gets bumped at the boards. Picks it up, clears the zone. Darling lifts it into the far corner of the Owls territory. Behind the net, Darling to the opposite corner. Comes to the blue line. Way pinching, gets a stick on it. Darling to Martin. Back to Darling at the blue line. Straddling it, keeps it in. Cross ice picked up by Ross. Ross with the shot. That hit a body out front. Back to Ross again. Darling with the shot. Finally hits the goaltender. He'll hold that for the whistle. Gower and off the draw. Won by the Owls to the far corner. Gower gets there. Breaks it up, gets the puck to the half boards. Squirts to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman keeps it in. Back to Jeffrey Stedman at the point. He'll cut towards the middle, across to O'Shea. O'Shea with the shot, missed just wide. Andrade. Back to O'Shea, just off his backhand. Pops over his stick. The Owls. Oh, good back check by O'Shea to keep it out of the danger zone. He'll clear out of the blue line. Bring it up. Gets it to Andrade and over the Owl zone. Andrade gets bumped. Gets the puck into the near corner for Lunny. Lunny under pressure. Holds it there. Gower steps in to help. Gower. Back to Lunny. Jeffrey Stedman calling for it at the point. Loose puck picked up by Andrade. He spins in the corner, tries to shovel it to Jeffrey Stedman, picked off by the Owls. Owls down the near wing. Good back check by Gower. He'll break that up. Puck's in the zone. Jeffrey Stedman gets it to the boards. Gower shovels it to the blue line to clear the zone. Lunny gets a piece of it. Bit of interference by the Owls. Lunny still with the puck. Shovels it towards the net. Doesn't get all of it. Lunny, centering attempt to Andrade with the shot, missed just wide. Owls to the near corner. Clearing attempt picked off by Lunny. He'll walk out in the middle. Savory with a shot from the point. Hits a Owls player. He'll turn, fire it to the around the boards to the near blue line. Clears the zone. Martin to Savory. He just clears it in over the blue line. Gower has the stick tied up, gets a piece of it to get it in deep behind the goal line. Owls in the near corner, try to walk out front. Gower breaks that up. He's got the shot. On target, goaltender holds it. A minute and a half to go in the first period. Telford in for the draw. He wins it. Steered towards the net to the blue line. Kept in by Jeffrey Stedman. Gets it to Telford. Telford in deep to Felix. Felix back to Telford. Behind the net. Owls with possession to the blue line. Held there by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll dump it in behind the Owls net. Felix holds it there. He gets bumped. Owls pick it up to their own blue line and out. Owls down the near wing. Tips it around Jeffrey Stedman to the corner. Owls pick it up. Jeffrey Stedman, Telford on him. Puck squirts out to the far corner. Owls off the far boards to the blue line. Held there. Nickel drags it out. Puck comes back the way. He gets it to center ice before it strips. Telford lost it at the Owls blue line, back towards the Bulldogs blue line. Way gets center ice. Lost it there. Owls pick it up at center. Bringing it into the Bulldog zone. Cuts through. Good poke check by Milks. Second effort goes in. 17 seconds to go in the first period. Darling in for the draw. Darling wins it, gets it in over the Owls' blue line to the far side. Owls get there first. O'Shea dumps it towards center, played across. Owls in over the Bulldogs' blue line. Shot, Nooks with the save, rebound, sits there. Another shot missed wide. Darling picks it up. That'll do it for the first period. All right, here we go to start the second period. Bulldogs down by 1. Darling steps in to take the draw. Darling wins it clean back to O'Shea in the far near corner. O'Shea up the half boards. Ross gets tripped up. Owls with possession. Throw it out front. Loose puck. Nooks dives on it for the whistle. Both teams reset. Darling wins the draw. Tracy sends it through center ice. Ross at the blue line. Owls let it go into their zone. They'll pick it up and regroup. Tracy pressuring. Owls play to the blue line. Lost it there. Darling with a good stick. Owls to the point shot. Tipped, and the goaltender holds on to it. Gower steps in to take the draw. Bouncing puck, Owls get it to the far boards. To the blue line and out. Martin just got outraced. Owls in the Bulldogs territory across ice. A little too much on it. Centering pass. Milks keeps that behind his net. Owls in the far corner. Good stick by Martin. He'll bring it out of the blue line through center. Back in the Owls territory, they'll call that offside. Gower back in for the draw. Loose puck. Owls cleared to the Bulldogs defense, who dumped it in the zone. Cross ice, Owls clear the puck to center ice. Offside. Bulldogs were changing. Bad time to change. Telford in for the draw. Telford wins it to Felix, to Telford. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Takes it wide, gets it to Nickel. Nickel with a shot, missed wide. Felix picks up the rebound at the far side. Sends it behind the net for Telford. Telford tried to get it out front, loose puck. And the goaltender holds it. Bulldogs have their chances here. not able to get one over the line. Telford in for the draw. Bulldogs, or the Owls win it to the far corner, send it around the near side. Nickel. Telford couldn't quite grab a stick on it. Owls to their blue line and out. Owls through center, back in the Bulldogs' end. Cuts through traffic, finally gets bumped off of it. That goes to the far boards. Shot over the shoulder and in. Come on, Milks. Darling in for the draw, won by the Owls. Darling back into the draw, gets a piece of it in over the blue line. Picked up by the Owls. Ross almost stripped it. Owls out over through center ice. Back into the Bulldogs' territory. Hits the brakes. Loose puck. Darling to Tracy. Tracy in over the blue line. To the near corner. Stick check. Throws it through Darling's legs. Got his stick up in the air. Owls through center. Martin clears it into the linesman's skates. Centering pass to Ross. Opposite wing. Owls get the red line and dump it in the zone. Savory to the near wing. In traffic. Owls come up with it. Ross strips it. Gets taken down, no call. Puck squirts out loose behind the Bulldogs' net. Off the far boards to center ice. Owls regroup. Centering pass in traffic. Comes to Tracy's feet. He can't find it. Finally gets a stick on it to the Owls' blue line, but no further. Martin gets the zone. His shot blocked. Loose puck in the near corner for Martin. Martin takes it behind the net. Wrapped around attempt. Just couldn't quite get it centered. Loose puck. Still in the blue paint. Jam play. Oh, he touched it. Shot from Way. Somehow that goaltender got a piece of it. Back to Way. Throws it towards the net. Owls got away with one there. They put their hand on the puck in the crease. That'll go for icing. Right in front of the ref. Gower steps in to take the draw. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Gower off the draw. Vendrati, he sends it to the blue paint. Loose puck. Finally covered for the whistle. Gower back in for the draw. Comes to Lunny, fans on the shot, gets a backhand to keep it in the zone. Jeffrey Stedman with the shot, loose puck. Goaltender jumps on it for the whistle. Gower again for the draw. Gower wins it clean. Owls pick it up. Skate it to the blue line and out. Owls through center ice off a skate. They'll regroup, send it towards the Bulldogs blue line and in the zone. Cleared to the blue line, not out. Shot, not much on that. Way gets it to Lunny. Back to Way. Bulldogs are having problems clearing it out. Shot. Nooks makes the save. Rebound goes to the near corner. Owls. Bulldogs get to the blue line and out. Centering pass picked up by Lunny. He gets the blue line. Lunny in the near corner. Hits the brakes. Andrade. He has the puck knocked off his stick. Owls up and out through center. Back in the Bulldogs territory. Wade just overskated his man. Lunny strips it. Takes it out the far wing. Lunny to the far corner. Centering attempt off a skate. Back to Lunny. Again, centering a pass. Finally gets to Gower. Gower gets it to the near corner. Gower muscles his man off the puck. Runs out of room. There's 3 guys on him. Andrade gets it to the boards for Gower. Gower to Lunny. Lunny in front. Couldn't pull the trigger. Owls clear that to center ice. Off a leg. Puck settles down at center. Trickles back into the Owls territory. Owls clear to the blue line, not out. Felix and Gower battling along the far boards. Felix comes up with it. He gets stripped. Owls off the backboards to the near corner. Around. Felix steals it. Through traffic. Felix to the far shot. Shot. Pad save. Rebound. On Telford's stick. Telford brings it out behind. Out front. Off of Gower's backhand. Couldn't connect. Felix clears it to O'Shea. He throws it on net. Shot. Loose puck. Nobody knows where it is. They can't get a piece of it. Owls collect it. Felix almost stripped in front of his own net. Owls dump it down for icing. Can't buy a goal. .5:23 to go in the second period. Bulldogs are down by 2. Telford in for the draw. He gets a piece of it. Owls strip it. Back to Telford. Telford with the stick check. Owls out. Martin comes across, strips that. Gains the blue line down the far wing. Martin cuts through traffic. Out front, pad save. Rebound, sits there. Loose puck. Owls thought they had it. Telford with another shot. Missed wide of the net. Martin picks that up at the half boards. Hits the brakes. Nickel has it in his feet. Couldn't find it. Comes back to Martin. Has his stick lifted. The Owls pick it up and bring it out of the zone. Good interception by Savory. Gets it to the Bulldogs blue, or the Owls blue line. Martin just outraced. Telford gets there in the near corner. He spins. Has his stick checked. Puck poked off of it. Owls pick it up and bring it out of the zone. Owls cross ice. Back in the Bulldogs territory to the near corner. Shot from a steep angle. Milk's got a piece of that to steer it wide. Owls in behind the Bulldogs net. Comes to the near wing. Stretch pass for Felix just out of his reach. Owls back in their own zone. Off a skate at the blue line. Held there by Nickel. Nickel in traffic. Telford with the shot. Goaltender jumps on it. Darling in for the draw. Loose puck, cleared to the blue line. O'Shea. Misplayed. Owls come up with it. Break shot. Blocker side and it's in. Darling in for the draw. In the feet, Ross comes up with it, or sorry, Tracy comes up with it. Owls steal it, shot missed wide. Loose puck. Milks had no idea where it was. Tracy brings it to his own blue line. Through center, stopped at center ice. Way steps in. Battles for it, loose puck. Darling grabs a piece of it, gets it to the far boards, in over the blue line with Tracy. Tracy with a shot, locked in front, comes to Way. Way has his stick check. Owls turn it around the other way. Owls back in the Bulldog zone. Good back check by O'Shea. Intercept that shot. Puck clear to the blue line, not out. Owls dump it back in behind the Bulldogs net to the far side. Misplayed. Tracy and Way. Loose puck. Way swipes at it, sends that down the ice. Icing waved off. Ross in on the forecheck. Owls behind their net. They'll change directions, go to the far side. Misplayed. Tracy lets a shot go. Bad save to the far corner. Ross, Darling in the near side. Darling battles for it. Gets a piece of it. Darling still with the puck. Through traffic. Shot off a skate. Goes right to the Owls player waiting at the blue line. Savory turns, fires it off the near boards. Owls pick it up back and over the blue line. Loose puck. Owls through traffic. Shot. Milks makes the pad save. Rebound goes to the near corner. Shot off the blocker. From the point, another save by Milks. Owls send it out from the corner. Back in. Savory misplayed. Loose puck. Covered by Milks. He'll hold that for the whistle. Minute 34 to go in the second period. Bulldogs down by 3. Gower steps in to take the draw. Owls pick it up. Owls through center. To the opposite corner, backhanded. Shot blocked there. And the puck goes to the far corner. Lunny gets it to Gower. Gower gets center ice, in over the blue line. It's Andrade. Andrade bumped off of it. Owls clear to the blue line. O'Shea just got beat. Owls bring it down the near wing. Good back check by Lunny. Picks it up, skates it behind the net to the far corner. Lunny will just take it up the wing. Lunny still has it in over the blue line. He gets bumped at the Owls blue line, still has the puck. Drops it there for Gower. Gower tries to throw it out front from a steep angle. Goaltender holds it for the whistle. .33 seconds to go in the first period. Gower steps in for the draw. He wins it. Puck squirts just past the Owls net to the near corner. Andrade backhands that to Lunny. Lunny to Gower. Gower couldn't pull the trigger. Puck was rolling on him. Gower with possession tries to wrap around. Owls in the near corner. Andrade still in the corner. 10 seconds to go in the period. Andrade to Way at the point. Way lines up, lets the shot go, missed just wide. That'll do it for the second period. Not even looking at you. Here we go to start the third period. Bulldogs down by 3. Telford in for the draw. Puck squirts past. Nickel, good pressure. Picks it up in the far corner. Gets it behind to Felix, who sends it back. Martin steps up. Back to Felix. Felix walks out from the corner. Has a stick poked. Puck stripped off him by the Owls. Owls lost it behind their net. Second effort, pick it up. Throwing to the blue line, just out. Telford at the blue line, kicks it in. Waits for his team to clear the zone. Telford to the near corner, played to the blue line. Savory kept it in. Back to Telford. Telford looking. Under pressure, Owls. Around a pinching Savory. Martin catches an edge. Owls back in the zone. Bad save by Milch. Felix picks it up behind the net. Off the boards to Telford, who clears the zone. The two Bulldogs collide in their end. Owls in the near corner to the half boards. They'll send it up through center ice. Intercepted. Darling takes it back the other direction. In over the blue line. Shot. Bad save. Rebound to the near corner. Owls lift it to that blue line and out. They'll take it down. Pass across the center. In over the Bulldogs blue line. Lost the handle. Darling clears the zone. Gets it to Ross, who's waiting at center ice. Ross takes it wide to the far corner. Hits the brakes. Gets a bit of a bump. Loose puck. Darling steps in. Spins. Walks out from the boards. Through traffic. Darling cutting. Jam play. And the goaltender holds it for the whistle. Darling off the draw. Quick shot by Tracy. Hits traffic. Puck comes to O'Shea at center ice. O'Shea dumps it back in. Darling picks it up. Has a stick check to Tracy. He sends it around the Owls. Owls pick it up off the boards. Darling intercepts it. Down the near wing. Darling tries to clear it out the blue line. Owls keep it in. Jeffrey Stedman. Darling walked around. Good block shot by O'Shea. Shot missed wide by the Owls. That rebound goes to Ross at the half boards. Glove down. I used to call it a hand pass. Or closing his hand on the puck. And the Bulldogs go to the power play. Let's use this, boys. Darling, Ross, and Tracy up front. Way and Martin on the points. Darling takes the draw. Wins it clean. Martin gets it to the near boards. He gets hauled down. Owls to the blue line and out. Owls with an odd man rush. Short-handed. Couldn't handle the pass. Darling picks it up, brings it the other way. Darling down the far wing, in over the blue line. Cuts around. Lets a shot go. Missed just wide. Way picks it up at the half boards. Walks into traffic. Gets the stick checked. Owls clear that down the ice. Ross back to collect the puck. Hits the brakes in the far corner. Just past Way. Clears the zone to center ice. Owls turn, dump it towards the Bulldog zone, intercepted by Way. He'll get the blue line. Runs out of room, has a stick check. Darling picks it up. Walks out front. Darling in traffic, loose puck. for the whistle. Gower in for the draw. We have 55 seconds to go on the penalty. Gower wins it. Lunny with a quick shot hits a body. That puck will roll all the way to the Owls' blue line and out. Owls pick it up. In over the Bulldog zone. Lunny back. Gets a stick on it. Gets that to Andrade. Andrade across to Gower. Gower up through center in over the blue line. Cuts in the front. Shot. High shot. Down by the Owls goaltender. Gower back in for the draw. He wins it. Lunny sends it to the near boards. Jeffrey Stedman at the blue line. Holds it at center. Gets it to Gower. Gower cuts it back into the zone. Lets a shot go over the net. Rebound to Lunny. And the goaltender was there to hold it. Gower to Lunny to Savory at the point. Savory with the shot. Blocked in front by the Owls. They'll collect it. Bring it back to the near wing. And over the blue line, offside. Telford in for the draw. 7 seconds to go on the penalty. Owls win it. They'll turn and fire it into the zone. O'Shea back to collect it behind his net. Sends it to the far corner for Nickel. Nickel drags it off the half boards, clears the zone, but the Owls collect it. Owls at center ice. Skating around all three of the Bulldogs forwards. Nickel on his man, pushing him out. Puck at the blue line. Shot tipped by Way. Milks adjusts and make the save. Darling steps in for the draw. He wins it to Ross. Ross along the far boards. Kept in by the Owls. Owls get it to the far corner. To the near wing. Right to the point. Shot tipped high. Gloved by Martin. He'll hold on to that one. Owls out front. Shot wide of the net. Back to Martin. Martin to Tracy. Tracy down the near wing. Tracy in over the blue line. Poke checked. Puck goes to the near corner. Owls send it behind the net to the far side. Ross collects it off the boards. Owls intercept it to the blue line. Martin keeps it in. Martin through the middle. Gets hauled down. Now the Bulldogs are going to the bench for the same call that was missed earlier. .6:03 to go in the third period. Bulldogs go to the penalty kill. Gower in for the draw. Loose puck, won by the Owls. Shot. Milks makes the save, jumps on it. You're not going to let him reset? What the hell, ref? Owls win it. Shot off the side of the net. Jeffrey Stedman has it in his skates, cleared off the boards to the blue line, not out. Owls set up, cross ice, shot, tipped, and it's in. Gower steps in for the draw. Bouncing puck. Gower picks it up, chips it in over the blue line, settles it down, gets it across to Lunny, back to Gower, and Andrade. Gower gets hauled down in front of the net. Owls up the far wing, intercepted by Lunny. Back to the Owls, they'll clear the zone. Played to center. Andrade gets a stick on it, stripped there by the Owls. Gower comes in hard. Owls have to clear, they're offside, they dump it in. Puck comes around on the near boards. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up, regroups, sets it up, walks out front. Pass to Lunny at the blue line. Lunny through center ice, in over the blue line of the Owls territory, lets a shot go into their glove and held there for the whistle. Telford steps in for the draw. Scramble draw, puck goes to the near corner. Felix sends it behind the net to the far side. Owls get there first to the blue line. Way pinching, gets a piece of it. Cuts back in through the middle. Owls get a piece, cleared out of their zone. Martin at center. Gets it to Telford, in over the blue line, runs out of room. Owls pass it out of their zone. I think Martin got away with one there. Felix in over the blue line. To the near corner, takes it behind the net. To the far side, stripped. Owls clear to the blue line, not out. Second effort comes out of the zone. Way gets it in. Telford, backhand. For Felix, his shot blocked. Martin drives it down the near wing to the corner. Martin out front. Has a stick lifted, couldn't get the shot off. Puck settles down in the far corner. Cleared to the point. Shot. Loose puck. And they blow it anyway. 3:42 to go in the third period. Go, boys. Darling off the draw, wins it clean. Owls get to it, chip it over the blue line down the near wing. Cross ice pass, Darling intercepts it, brings it back the other direction. Darling gets lifted, shoves it in on net. Goaltender holds it for the whistle. Darling back off the draw, comes up with it. In traffic, it's a stick bump. Comes up with it again, sends it to the near corner. Savory pinching, chips it in to Tracy. Owls back to the near corner. Darling pins it there. Tracy steps in to help. Savory calling for it at the point. Out front. Ross couldn't get the right angle on it. Loose puck. Ross gets run over. Puck settles down in the near corner. Picked up by the Owls. They'll bring it behind their net, out the far side. Owls through center ice. Passed up to the Bulldogs blue line and in. Shot. And it's in. Sleeping. Gower in for the draw, wins it, picks it up at center, shovels to the blue line. Owls pick it up, send it the other direction. Jeffrey Stedman in his own home, backed up a little too far, finally got a piece of it. Owls come off the boards. Gower clears it to the blue line, but not out. To Andrade. Andrade throws that up through center for Gower. Gower drives in over the blue line, just gets ripped of it. Bulldogs pull their goalie. Shot off the, and it's in. Stop the clock. Oh no. Gower on the draw. Owls at their blue line. Bring it to center, in over the Bulldogs blue line. Lunny got a stick on it. Almost cleared it out. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. 1 minute to go in the third period. Jeffrey Stedman to Andrade to Lunny. Lunny in over the blue line. Takes it wide. Shot intercepted, or pass intercepted. Oh, no. And that's too many men. Gower in for the draw. And 10 seconds. Owls win the draw. O'Shea picks it up, fires it off the far boards, through the blue line and out.